I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam? The stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streamed. And the rockets were clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of all free.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday to all. We're halfway through the week. I have Adam with me today. I don't think you've seen Adam. I think he's made an appearance, but he's here with me today. Okay, I do have a word of the day I'd like to share with everyone, and today's word of the day is truncate. Truncate is a verb. Truncate means to shorten by or as if cutting off. Many statements in the court document were truncated before publication. And my thought of the day is only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. You should not be afraid of failure. That is how we gain success. So that is very important, and I want everybody to remember that. I'd like to give a congratulations to Ms. Zeladon's students on IXL for November 5th for outstanding completion of 10,000 math questions. So that is super fabulous. I am super, super, super proud of you guys. So that is an excellent job. Okay, I have some UTD news. So I am going to go to that now. Okay. Did you know that in 1935, the Committee for Industrial Organization was formed to promote industrial unionism with the American Federation of Labor and to organize on an industry-wide basis on organized and often unskilled workers? 3 years and significant successes later, held in the first convention, changed its name to the Congress of Industrial Organizations. And remember that UTD is offering all new and enhanced voluntary benefits to members only. Enrollment is now through November 30th. This Thursday, November 11th, we will observe Veterans Day, and I'm going to have a little something extra later on today, also known as Armistice Day or Remembrance Day, which marks the anniversary of the end of World War I. Unlike Memorial Day, which commemorates the men and women who have died while serving in the military, Veterans Day honors all who have served in the U.S. Armed Forces. Speaking of holidays, remember our contract states that on a school day, which immediately precedes a holiday or vacation, the teacher's day shall end at the close of the student's day. The holiday falls on a Monday, or the recess begins on a Monday, the employee's day on the preceding Friday will end at the close of the student's day. Don't forget, check your Monday morning espresso for more news regarding UTD. Okay, so I do have a video that I'd like to share with you guys. Before we get to that, it is Holocaust Education Week. And the reason that is celebrated, well, not celebrated, but that we talk about it and we have education about it this week is because of Kristallnacht. And I want to share a little bit about that with you. And there are resources on curriculum resources under special events. You can find a whole bunch of resources for teaching the Holocaust. On the night of November 9th, 1938, violent anti-Jewish demonstrations broke out across Germany, Austria, and the region of Czechoslovakia. Nazi officials depicted the riots as justified reactions to the assassination of German foreign official Ernest von Rath, who had been shot 2 days earlier by Herschel Greisman, a 17-year-old Polish Jew distraught over the deportation of his family from Germany. Over the next 48 hours, violent mobs spurred by anti-Semitic officials destroyed hundreds of synagogues, burning or desecrating Jewish religious artifacts along the way. Acting on orders from the Gestapo headquarters, police officers and firefighters did nothing to prevent the destruction. All told, approximately 7,500 Jewish-owned businesses, homes, and schools were plundered and 91 Jews were murdered. An additional 30,000 Jewish men were arrested and sent to concentration camps. Nazi officials immediately claimed that the Jews themselves were to blame for the riots, and a fine of 1 billion Reichsmarks, about 400 million at 1938 rates, was imposed on the German Jewish community. It is called Kristallnacht or Crystal Night, because it is the night of broken glass, referring to the thousands of shattered windows that littered the streets afterwards. So I wanted to share that with you, and there are many resources available for teaching Holocaust, even for elementary in curriculum resources. Okay, so there is no school tomorrow because it is Veterans Day, and I have a little video that I like to share with all of you this morning.
Veterans Day is a holiday that honors all women and men who have served in the United States Armed Forces. It is a time to salute service people for their courage, sacrifice, and selfless dedication to keeping Americans safe at home and abroad. Veterans Day is a federal holiday that takes place every year on November 11th. November 11th is an important date that goes all the way back to World War I. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918, the United States and its allies in World War I signed an armistice, or an agreement with Germany to end the fighting. In the following years, many of the Allied nations remembered the end of World War I by observing Armistice Day annually on November 11th. The day was reserved to celebrate victory and to honor those who fought bravely in World War I. But after the end of World War II in 1945, it became clear that all veterans, not just those who served in World War I, deserved recognition for their service. Raymond Weeks, a World War II veteran from Birmingham, Alabama, was a vocal supporter of a holiday to honor veterans of all wars. In 1947, Weeks organized a local celebration of all United States military veterans on Armistice Day. The event received national attention. In the early 1950s, after United States involvement in the Korean War, a Kansas man named Alvin J. King worked with his local congressman, Representative Edward Reese, to propose a federal holiday to celebrate all veterans. Representative Reese introduced a bill to Congress that would change Armistice Day to include all veterans of the United States Armed Forces. The bill was finally approved by Congress on June 1, 1954. President Dwight D. Eisenhower, himself a decorated veteran, signed the bill into law. The name of the holiday was officially changed from Armistice Day to Veterans Day. On Veterans Day, Americans celebrate our military veterans by attending parades and patriotic events. Some veterans give speeches about the heroism of their fellow service people. Many Americans visit war memorials like the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C., and the Marine Corps War Memorial in Arlington County, Virginia. One of the most symbolic Veterans Day traditions is the wreath-laying ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknowns in Arlington National Cemetery near Washington, D.C. The Tomb of the Unknowns is the burial place for 3 unidentified soldiers from World War I, World War II, and the Korean War. Since the identity of each soldier in the tomb is a mystery, the Tomb of the Unknowns is meant to represent all service members who have been killed in action without their remains being identified. In the solemn ceremony, the President of the United States or another high-ranking government official pays respects to members of the armed forces who have died by placing a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknowns. The ceremony is attended by spectators, veterans, and leaders from all branches of the United States Armed Forces. Veterans Day is a time to show support and give thanks to former and active members of the United States Armed Forces. Thanks to the contributions of our military veterans, Americans are able to safely enjoy the freedoms and liberties promised by the Constitution. On November 11th, go out and thank a veteran for their service to our country.
Okay, so I wanted to share that with all of you. So know that it's not just another day off tomorrow, but it's a day to thank our veterans for keeping us safe and fighting for us for our freedoms. Okay, so I have some exciting news from Miss Mark. We got over 13,000 candy wrappers. That is amazing. So next week we'll find out if we are the overall winner. So that is very exciting news. In middle school, the winner of the Wrap the Waves collection was Miss Mark's second period class. They collected, just this class alone, collected 1,300 wrappers. So that is amazing. And at the annex, Miss Mako's period 6 collected 2,277 wrappers. That is amazing. So congratulations. As a school, we did amazing. And next week we can know where we stand. So great job, everybody. That is fantastic. Ms. Cabrera sent you all an email about honor roll, so make sure that you check that and make sure that it is correct. Next week, we are doing the growth monitoring. Remember, the growth monitoring are for only those students on intervention for reading and for math in middle school, the kids that are in intensive, and in elementary, it's for the teachers that for FSA scores, levels 1 and 2, and those students score red and yellow. So make sure that you are making your groups. So then I can assign the test to those individuals, because it's not everybody that does the growth monitoring, only those students that need it, except in kindergarten and first grade. In kindergarten, first grade, everybody will be taking it. That is all my announcements. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching WEXP News. Have fun exploring today.